Hello everyone, and we are going to be doing the Aphrodite pick a card reveals at this time. And so it is to be done live, and of course there's going to be a replay. The replay will be posted on all the platforms for you to catch it when you do. Okay, so first we are going to start off with the actual message from the Divine Mother Aphrodite. Okay, so I want to make sure that, there we go. We have the lighting here. Hello, greetings everyone just coming in. We are just starting. If you chose from the pick a card earlier, you know that there were 4 piles to choose from. Okay. These, I'm actually going to give everybody an opportunity here and now to take a look at each pile. Each pile is only 2 cards, to be honest. But there are many messages that are coming through for each one. Okay, I have not looked at any of the cards at all. So as they are being revealed to you, they are also being revealed to me in real time. So the beautiful goddess Aphrodite is also known as a goddess of love. Okay, so I'm just going to read what her message says here. And you can pause this if you like. It says, Aphrodite is most often described as radiant and shining. When Aphrodite is present, the whole world acquires a soft golden glow. Foam born. She is associated with the creative, life-giving sea and represents a sense of freshness, renewal, and hope. A descendant of the prehistoric water bird goddess of old Europe, she is often accompanied by birds. The goddess of both spiritual and passionate love, Aphrodite joins us to one another. She is feminine being in all her fullness, and her realm is that of relationship and feeling. Aphrodite demands maturity if we are to be in true relationship. When we embrace mature love, Aphrodite is there to bless us. Okay, so one of the messages that I was definitely getting from the beautiful Aphrodite is allowing yourself to be renewed by love. A lot of the times we kind of get caught up in our social conditionings or environmental conditionings, or even the conditions that we just allowed ourselves to receive from others that could have been a form of infiltrated conditionings, or even just what we think we know about ourselves, or what we think we know about others, what we think we know about love. And she just kind of wants you to breathe into the realms of the unknown with yourself and see into your deep waters with a new perspective, is what I was getting in general. However, because there are 4 piles here to choose from, your message is going to be different as to what love wants to heal and teach you. And when we say love, we are speaking from an unconditional loving space. Not necessarily from a space that is quite physical, although these lessons will have major importance in your tangible life as well. And many ways of allowing yourself to integrate these lessons for real life solutions and results, if you will. You may also be drawn to Caribbean calcite, for those are the crystals that are here and that was calling on to her. I got this beautiful Caribbean calcite. Let's see here if I can get some better lighting. Probably not. But I will tag her in the description as well. From the beautiful sister by Powerful Divine. Okay, she has many beautiful high-grade crystals, ethically sourced as well. And a beautiful sister gifted me this one. And this is also Caribbean calcite. And they actually wanted to come through as well and just say that sometimes you got to dig in the deep depths, bottom of the ocean, to uncover the skeletons that you may have been hiding in your closet subconsciously. And sometimes these skeletons are past life stories or ancestral connections, but nonetheless, whatever bones you find in there are not for you to be scared of. It's not for you to fear. It's for you to get acquainted with. And I'm hearing blood of my blood, bones of my bones. So this can be a version of yourself or your ancestors, as mentioned before. But this is to bring you great empowerment. And you will feel the sensations through your emotional body. And it may not make logical sense at first, so just breathe through the process. It's going to be a very heart-opening, expansive experience is what I am hearing. Okay. Excuse me. Just letting go those messages and getting into the piles now. And so if you have chosen pile number 1, these are your cards. So we have waiting and we have support. Okay, what I'm hearing is rejection is God's redirection, okay? Some of you may have been feeling like you are wanting to move forward and do something, and it may not be the proper timing right now. And so there may be certain issues or delays, right, that may have been presenting itself. However, with due time, you're gonna see how the green, like, it's gonna go from like yellow light, because this is for those of you who chose pile number 1. This message is not for those who have been experiencing like red light moments of like just stopping, right? It felt more like slow pace energy, where slow and steady wins the race is what I'm hearing. You have a lot of spiritual support, ancestral supports. Okay, they also been waiting for your permission. For some of you is what I'm hearing. Okay, some of you have been granted the green light to do certain things for yourself when it comes down to your day-to-day life, or when it comes to a particular project or work, or even spiritual mission. However, you may not have allowed yourself to connect with your spiritual team to assist you and support you throughout this journey. Okay, and so reach out to them and allow for them to bring you the support. For others of you that were feeling that rejection is a redirection message, this is really saying that for any like stop sign or delays or slowing down that may have been experienced maybe within the last month. It was truly a time of waiting for everything to clear out so that the support that is ready and available to you, the resources that are ready and available to you, can actually manifest in a fruitful way that is supporting your mission now. And so you needed that like downtime to allow for everything to fall into place or go into place so that you can receive the support that you need. For others of you, definitely just take your time and call on your spiritual counsel for guidance and support. They may be leading you to resources that can support you, or people that carry the energetic signatures or wisdom and knowledge that will help you move forward and support you at this time. For others of you as well, and this is the last message I'm hearing from these this pile number 1, is if you are going through any sorts of grieving process or some sort of feeling disassociated or depressed, that you have support all around you. Greetings. You have support all around you, okay? You are not alone. You are not going through this alone. And so it's okay to take your time as you are processing this change in your life. Whew, okay, so we are now moving to pile number 2. If you have chosen pile number 2, these are your cards. For those of you that's just coming in, I just mentioned how this is also the reveal for me, as I have not looked at any of the piles. And so we have gentleness and letting go. Ooh, okay. Instantly, I am feeling very, very powerful, wise energy, okay? Divine masculine and divine feminine energy here, balanced together, okay? There could have been a process where there's a lot of changes happening for the divine masculine at this time that is requiring them to let go of certain conditionings, as we mentioned in the whole collective message earlier. All right. This could be allowing yourself to not be so hard on yourself. Perhaps you aren't so used to expressing your emotions, and Spirit is saying that it is safe for you to open your heart. It is safe to express tears, sadness, any type of grievance or any type of emotion in general, whether even if it's happiness, right? It's safe for you to allow your emotions to just flow and let them go and move how they need to move, and be gentle with yourself in this process. There's going to be certain information that may have came to you that is not going to stimulate you in a logical way, but rather in a very emotional manner, that is going to require you to let go of your thoughts, to let go of like overthinking or anxiety of what you think the message needs to be, and just feel it through for a moment. Pile number 2. Pile number 2, your emotional body is asking you to let go with gentleness, okay? This can be that you was holding on to certain anger, resentment, different emotions in your organs, in your body, okay? And you may not even think that you're an emotional creature. You can be very empathic, pile number 2, and not realize it. And it's coming to you in the form of like anxiety or depression or some sort of heaviness. Perhaps you are even feeling body aches randomly. My ears are popping right now. My left ear specifically is popping right now. You could also be clairaudient, and perhaps you are overthinking about how to receive your messages or what that may be. And once you allow yourself to simply be kind to yourself, hold space for yourself and center yourself and allow everything to just be, be like water. Let it flow through you. The messages are going to come through. So let go of what you think, how your messages are supposed to come in, right? Yeah, that's all I'm hearing, pile number 2. So for those of you that just came in, please be sure to also go back to the beginning, because there was an overall collective message for all the piles. Okay. And I did not mention earlier, obviously there may be more or less messages depending on each pile, because as is being revealed to you, it is being revealed to me. And so now we are moving into pile number 3. And these are your cards. Okay, so we have blessings. Ooh, and we have love. Okay, the goddess of love coming through with her blessings. So, as we know, love comes in many different shapes and forms, okay? Love is unconditional. And sometimes there are blessings that seem to appear as if it is smaller than what it is, right? Blessing the love energy. But behind that hardships or anything that it may feel for what, all right, let me just go into what I'm seeing and feeling here. What I'm seeing here is someone with an immaculate way of expressing love, having such a big, beautiful heart and compassionate, having an experience that is uncomfortable, and perhaps they had dealt with people who didn't know how to have a strong, high love tolerance or capacity is what I'm hearing. They didn't have the capacity to understand your love language or that amount of love. And so you had to undergo many experiences of love that kind of felt like it was breaking you down, making you smaller, on these like things that kind of didn't feel like love. However, the blessing was behind those lessons, and the truth is you are forever protected by the goddess of love because of all the love and compassion that you embody. And so she's actually going to bring in more love, more abundance into you as you unfold into the many layers of love within you. As you go deeper in love with yourself, the blessings go from be lessons to actual blessings on a 33rd vertebrae of the spinal. I don't know why I'm saying it like that, but 33rd degree or 33 or 3s may be significant to you, and 7s. And she just kind of wants you to allow yourself to transcend into those higher frequencies of the higher hearts, because the lessons of love that you had learned in those hardships never closed out your heart. It actually allowed for you to learn how to be more loving, more wise with love, and understanding that love is unconditional. And so even when it didn't make sense, even when things were cruel and mean, it never stopped you from being a lover. It never stopped you from actually wanting to experience greater love in your life, despite the appearances of the hardships around, despite the appearances of the people in your environment. You did not allow it in the outside, in your mind, perhaps in some form of conditioning in your mind, you may have felt like you have shrunk yourself or belittled yourself because of how big your light actually is. But in the eyes of others, you're still not even that small. Your light is so bright and so big that they don't see you as a belittled being. It is only you who have belittled yourself through your thought processes, because nobody can actually do that for you. And as you begin to unfold deeper layers of love with yourself, you actually witness that with yourself and like, wow, I was really allowing myself to shrink to this level. And the people outside of you never actually saw how little you saw yourself as. So you're going to be in a space of expansion and actually create a bigger aura for yourself, because now you are going to think greater for yourself. You're going to love yourself deeper. You're going to love yourself bigger. Okay, and this is going to allow for more blessings to come in and these are not hard blessings either. I'm hearing the dog days are over, the hardships are over. It's a time of you receiving a bountiful love of abundance with ease and grace. All right, where you are going to just be able to ebb and flow in your softness, in a way, is what I'm hearing. Okay. Yeah, so the number 17, the number 5, 33, 7, I don't know why I'm getting numbers for you guys, but I am. So those numbers may be significant for you as well. I'm also feeling like this is, if you're in a relationship, this is going to bring a heightened sense of evolution, of more love in your relationship. Here, if you are single, this is also perhaps you are magnetically attracting suitors that are more beneficial to your highest alignments, is what I'm hearing here. So, either you're going to be going out more on dates, or, find yourself, just attracting suitors, if you will. And so, for those of you that want to stay single, these blessings can come in many forms. And so sometimes the suitors, it could even be like blessed business suitors that are coming with pure love to bring elevation into your business, or, your finances, or your living situation, things, whatever it is. This is improving into a higher frequency of love that exists because you embody it. You embody this love. Okay. You have been a great catalyst to this love. And sometimes people make you out as like the bad guy because they don't comprehend that, love is honest and it brings clarity. And that means sometimes hurting people's feelings, right? Sometimes you may have felt like your feelings was hurt because somebody was telling you the truth and it hurt your feelings, and, your ego got hurt. But it was better for them to be honest with you than to lie to you. And that is the blessing of love. Whether it is, sweet, sour, salty, love will be love in all the forms that it needs to be for you to learn and grow. And you teach that to others. You may be experiencing heart chakra activations, or you may even be activating other people's heart chakras. Okay, so that is your message, pile number 3, for those of you who chose pile number 3. Yes, thank you. Thank you for being such divine lovers. I mean, I feel like everyone is divine lovers in every pile, but, I just have to be honest with the messages that are coming through. All right, last but not least, for those of you who have chosen pile number 4, these are your messages. Ooh. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. So we have move forward and ask for help. Okay, pile number 4. Pile number 4, I'm hearing for some of you may have been called to more than one pile. And so if you did, then you would know which pile was calling onto you, and you could just go back to that pile and get that message. However, for the rest of you that wasn't drawn to any other pile, only pile 1, you may have a hard time asking people for help because you don't want to seem as a burden to others. You may not know how, or you may be afraid to ask for help. However, in the ability to ask for help, you are going to see how lots of forward movement is going to happen for you. For some of you, this is doing like a releasing ritual is what I'm hearing. So maybe some sort of cord cutting, some sorts of breath work. For some of you, this is actually changing locations and asking for help to move, maybe, whether it's, to help get you to another place, or just, allow yourself to ask for help. I'm also hearing that if you feel like you don't have anyone that you can ask help with physically, for you to, throw it in the astral in the form of a prayer, and also in the form of a commandments, where you're commanding the energies and the resources to come in and assist you and help you at this time, and that they will show up for you. And they're going to show up in a very tangible way, because it feels as if this is whoever chose this pile, like very tangible results. Okay. And so sometimes the woohoo-ness or the spookism, or, it doesn't quite, connect with you so well, or that's the wrong word. It feels as if you're not so connected to it, but you have a strong connection to the spirit realm. For some of you, this is allowing your friends to bring you out. Perhaps this is like a change of a relationship that you have been having a hard time moving forward from. For some of you, this is, I'm hearing a lot of travel. I'm not even going to lie. I really feel like, some of you are really being called to move into a different space, and you may have a strong attachment to your current situation, and you're feeling really stuck. And so asking for help is going to help move that energy forward. Also, if I'm not mistaken, I think Mercury post shadow phase ends tomorrow, Saturday, January 20th, 2024. And so there may have been certain things that you experienced during the Mercury retrograde that is now going to bring you into a space of, it happens so that things can move forward, even though it may have been uncomfortable situations that occurred during that time. But Mercury now coming out of that space, things are going to really be moving forward. I also kind of feel like for some of you, this is like letting go of comparison. I'm not sure who that's for or why. But if you have been comparing your life to others, or comparing any situation or messages, this is really just saying like it's time for you to move forward and ask for help. If there's a certain project that you want to get, maybe you've been wanting to. And I'll be honest, if you check, I even posted in my stories, I was inquiring, about certain like photographers and videographers, cause there's certain things that like I know I need help with, right? And so it's okay to ask for help when you're wanting to move forward in certain situations. Witchy kind of woman says, I'm being called to move to Hawaii or Costa Rica. Bring those funds in. Ashe. Yeah, for everyone, it's gonna be different. Asking for help is gonna be different. For some of you, this can be that maybe you have children and you are looking to either get a job or, wanting to do something else, and it's kind of difficult for you because you're always with your children and you don't ask nobody for help with your children. Or maybe you can't afford, like daycare. They're saying be mindful of what you're saying that you can and can't afford, in a sense. So I don't necessarily want to use those words, but maybe you needed to hear it in that terminology, because love is very abundant and you are very abundant. And when you allow yourself to ask for help, you allow yourself to bring solutions to the forefront where there was once fears, stagnations, problems, right? You allow yourself to receive. You allow yourself to surrender and move forward and be moved by love, be moved by spirit in a way that it doesn't have to be so hard. Okay? You can use the affirmation, I can afford anything I desire. And so the universe provides it for me. I am provided for. It's safe for me to ask for help. It's safe for me to admit when I don't feel okay and that, I might need to reach out to someone. If this is about anything with mental health or anxiety, reach out to a friend, reach out to a doctor, reach out to me, reach out to anyone, and know that it is okay to ask for help. You do not have to go through this alone. Okay? For some of you, this may be a friend of an opposite sex, right? For some of you, this is, just truly moving and letting go from past relationships. Whether it's a work relationship, a marriage, or, a friendship, whatever it is. This could also be addictions. Maybe some of you may have been, feeling called to live a different lifestyle. And it had been hard at times, and maybe you find yourself occasionally relapsing or, asking for help and having a support system is okay. And this is going to move you into a realm that you didn't even know could exist. And so, even though it says move forward, ask for help, I believe that hope is here now and that you are moving forward. And the solutions are going to be rushing into the forefront of your mind physically, tangibly, so that you can see, so that you can hear, so that it is undeniable. Because that's kind of what you've been asking for, needing, right? We mentioned like having a hard time connecting with like spirit in a sense in that area, maybe for some of you, that you need it tangibly. You need to see it. You need to hear it. You need that type of support. And so they're saying you need to say it out loud too, without fear. And step out of your own way when it comes in so that it can help you move forward. I'm hearing, let me help you. Let me help you help you. Let me help you help you. So that you can move forward. And that there is no shame. Excuse me. That is your message, which he says some of us have trauma responses where we can find it difficult to ask for help because we have always met our own. We haven't met our own needs. Yeah. You know, and I know you came in late, but that kind of goes back to the general collective message from the beautiful Aphrodite. And so I just want to make sure that all these messages come through for everyone. So I'm going to end this live now, share this, and I will be back live again later on tonight for those of you who want to catch that. We are going to do a guided goddess meditation that was coming through to me earlier today, and Spirit is like, you have to do this guided meditation, and I don't normally come on doing guided meditations. And so, yeah, it'll be a beautiful journey for those of you that are open and willing to receive and join us in meditation. And I will see you there. So until next time, peace, love, clarity, and tranquility. Ashe.